Hey everybody, my name's Paul. I'm the owner of 3D Concepts Moto, and today we're going to talk about something that's a little bit abnormal. We're going to talk about someone else's product, not our own, not 3D Concepts Moto. Over the summer of 2023, I discovered a product by a Canadian company called ENGDURO. What ENGDURO does is they make like a universal tool, and they make several different things, but they make mainly this universal tool for adventure motorcyclists. Now, I think it's a great thing, not just for adventure motorcyclists, but for all motorcyclists. So being more of a trail / enduro rider, I got super excited because it's not every day something super unique comes out that could work for, everybody. So what I'd like to do is introduce you to ENGDURO and what they make, which is the ENGDURO DOUBLETrak tool. And let's see if I can get a little closer to this. We'll get a close-up on it later, but this is the ENGDURO DOUBLETrak. As you can see, it's a universal holder for lots of different things, but the holder has a little secret, and that is it's not just a holder. It is also a tool. So it's a T-handle and it's a wrench, and we'll get into a little bit more about this, but they do just an amazing job making this tool. And I held off on buying this tool until this winter, even though I found out about it over the summer, because I really wanted to own something else that they were going to make. They have a mini ratchet, and this is super cool. Like, it's reversible. It's got a pretty nice set of teeth in it. It's fluted, it looks good, and on the back end right here, I don't know if you can see that, there is a hex pattern. So it can also be used as a tool. We're going to get a close-up look at this, but I wanted to show you the tool and talk to you about how excited I was for it, and tell you that they also do laser engraving. So if you have a logo or an image that is engravable by a laser, they will put it on this tool for you if it fits. And that's only $8. So the tool overall is a little bit more expensive than most people are used to buying, but I'm going to tell you why it's worth it from a mechanic's perspective, why this is worth every cent, both these tools. So let's go over to the workbench, and I'm going to talk about this tool specifically and how much weight this little tool saved me out of my toolkit. So let's go over to the workbench, let's take a quick look, and we'll come right back here and we'll wrap this video up afterward. So we are looking at the ENGDURO DOUBLETrak tool and ratchet. This is a pretty unique idea for a tool, and I think it is really cool. The holder here has a adapter for 1/4 inch drive. It has Allen 3 through 6. It has a 6, an 8, and a 10 millimeter socket on a 1/4 inch drive. It has a number 2 and number 1 Phillips. It's got a standard S2, and it has Torx T20 through T45. And then here there is a 1-inch extension. What's really nice about this is you can use it as a T-handle, or you can use it as kind of a fixed ratchet. Lots of different options here. It covers basically everything that it should cover, all your basics. The ratchet's fairly nice. I really like it. You can add the extension to the bottom of the ratchet here and then use it as a full length handle. So it's still a small ratchet, but you get that full length on there. Each of these recesses has a magnet sunk down in the bottom of it, so none of this stuff is going to go anywhere. The laser engraving is really good quality, very consistent. There's minor tool marks, but nothing I would expect to not see in a in a tool that's this nice anyway. As you can see, the laser engraving on my logo turned out really well, and it looks really sharp. So they're doing a really great job with this tool. It's been polished, so everything looks really good. It's shiny the whole way around. There's no marring, there's no abnormal markings anywhere. So the attention to detail is really nice. Now that we've kind of covered the ENGDURO tool, let's take a look at my toolkit and show you what this has replaced. Here is my tool roll. I have a Climb tool bag. In the tool bag, I have mostly the standard KTM tools that come with the bike. So the pair of pliers, you've got the axle wrench, you've got the socket kit, the handle, the little T-fitting. I have my own valve core tool and a spoke wrench tool. Got the suspension adjustment tool, spark plug tool, tire pressure. I've got the 10mm and the 13mm wrenches, and I've got the small combination wrench that comes in the kit. I also have my own set of metric Allen wrenches. I also have 2 elastic straps in my toolkit. These are power bands from Upshift Online. They are really handy, and they've saved my bacon more times than I care to admit on the internet. So go pick these up from Upshift Online because they're pretty cool. So let's talk about what the ENGDURO tool replaces. It pretty much kicks everything in here out. We don't need any of this stuff anymore. So all the sockets are gone. The T-handle extension, pretty much gone. There's no real need for that anymore. We can get rid of all of our Allen wrenches. You could get rid of the wrenches themselves, but I find that having a wrench and a socket, there's no real overlap between the two in a tough situation like that. So I like keeping my wrenches. The other thing the ENGDURO kit doesn't have is it doesn't have the T15 Torx that the KTM kit comes with, so I just keep that tucked in this pocket. Now that's just some of the tools I travel with. I have a couple of tire irons here. Obviously those are going to stay. I also have a full socket set that I travel with, which may be, a little bit of a waste of space, but I liked having it. We've got all our Allen keys here that we've replaced. The ratchet we replaced. The extension we've replaced. The ENGDURO kit comes with the 6mm, 8mm, and 10mm sockets. The rest you could throw in a bag and just have if you need them. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to say that they're, for the most part, pretty unnecessary. We've got all of our Torx bits, we've got some flatheads, we've got our Phillips heads. All those got replaced. So we can set this aside also. Let's talk about the weight of those items. Here's my scale. So let's take a look at my toolkit, plus all the things that I just took out of it. £5 pounds, 1 ounce. So let's remove those things. That was a lot of weight. About 2 pounds, 11 7/8 ounces. With the ENGDURO tool and the ratchet, 3 pounds, 4 ounces. That's basically, using rough math, 2 pounds of savings for me, being extremely mean to my toolkit. But the ENGDURO tool only weighs 8 7/8 ounces. That's pretty light, considering it's making up for the full weight of a case, plus that, plus that, plus that, and those, and some of these. So I've shed 2 pounds. Now, I was a little extreme in that measurement. I did a lot of cutting to my toolkit, but at a minimum, this little tool saved me a full pound. So this is going to make a great little addition to my toolkit. I'll probably add a few things back in, a couple extra sockets just to have. But for the most part, just having all of this self-contained, I don't have to worry about it coming apart and stuff getting lost and chattering and rattling. I can just throw it in the bottom of my tool bag, throw the ratchet over here in the pouch. There you go. Everything fits nice. That's all there is to it. So now comes the hard part to talk about, the price. The ENGDURO DOUBLETrak tool cost 80 bucks. The laser engraving is another 8. The ratchet is 20, which is a little expensive for a miniature ratchet, but I get it. It's very small, it's very useful. I have paid way more as a professional mechanic for way less. So in my opinion, this is actually a pretty cheap tool. But even if you look at this from a non-mechanic perspective, it's still a great savings, especially when you consider weight. I purchased similar tool sets that were in excess of $200, so this is really, it's not that bad. For you guys who ride Harleys, they also have a Harley socket set for this tool, so you can just take out all the metric stuff and throw on your Imperial tools. That's 5 bucks, super cheap. And they make bags and various other things. I'll throw that up here on the screen for you to see. Now that we've taken a close look at this tool, let's do a little disclosure. ENGDURO has no affiliation with 3D Concepts Moto. I bought this tool with my own money, paid full price. It was not shipped to me. ENGDURO has no idea I'm doing this video. So this is just me being excited about something that's cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video as much as I am excited about this tool. Go check out ENGDURO.com. Support them. They put a lot of hard work into this thing. So that's going to wrap this video up. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you on the trails.